Hello everyone, and welcome to another Retro Movie Gaming brought to you by Leisure Features. I'm Kenneth Allen, and today we'll be doing a classic film from 1981, a little small movie called Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is the first of the Indiana Jones series directed by Steven Spielberg. And I found this game for the Super Nintendo, which is actually called the Indiana Jones Greatest Adventures, I think it's called. And the game is very long. It cycles through all the movies, all three movies. So I figure what I'll do is I'll break it down into three different sections. So in the next few days or so, you can be expecting a video for Temple of Doom as well as The Last Crusade. So for now, we're going to start with Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is actually one of my favorite movies of all time. It's definitely in my top three. It could very well be the number one. It's when I think of the best movies of all time, this is the first one that comes into my head. So this game actually is a very good representation of the movies. It's very detailed. It's actually jam-packed with a lot of movie scenes and music from the trilogy. So it's really it's a very good game, for the system. And I haven't seen anything that had this much content for Indiana Jones since the Lego Indiana Jones games. So this is probably the best you're going to get in terms of the representation of the movies. But there's also a lot of great Indiana Jones games out there for the PC, and there was I think the Emperor's Tomb is one of them, and then the Staff of Ra is another one. But they're all decent games. I mean, I'm a very big Indiana Jones fan, so I happen to like to explore other possibilities, what could have been if they were to make another movie, these other games. But as far as the just kind of taking a trip down memory lane, this is a nice way to do it because it's a very strong representation of the original three. So for Raiders, I've had some. It's not the easiest game in the world. It's not the easiest game in the world, but it's also it's very fun. It can be very frustrating because I think when they make these Indiana Jones games, they try to make it exactly the way, like they kind of try to make it look like that you're searching for some sort of artifact yourself. Kind of like the way the Atari, if you remember the Raiders of the Lost Ark game for the Atari was a lot like that. There's a lot of hidden secrets and things you had to discover, just like he would. I think they even say in the commercial for the video game, if you look at there's a commercial for it on YouTube. You should definitely check that out, and you'll see that they mentioned that you're supposed to play like the character because there's a lot of secrets, hidden traps, hidden doors, and secret rooms you have to discover. So yeah, for the most part, a lot of these games aren't the easiest, but they're definitely a lot of fun, especially if you're a fan of the movies. So yeah, this is from the first scene where they're in the temple looking for the golden idol, and he's battling the Hovitos, and so now he made it past the first part. So it says, that wasn't so bad. I finally found the golden idol. This is a very iconic scene from the movie. And this is the very famous Boulder scene. I think it was done very well in this game. I wouldn't have done any better than this. Close one. Yeah, that level you have to kind of get the patterns down as far as those booby traps go. I think once you have that down packed, I think it's usually a smooth, easy level to beat. This is the scene when the Army intelligence comes to notify Dr. Jones that there is they were able to intercept some sort of German communication, that they're now discovering that there's doing a dig in Cairo looking for the Ark of the Covenant. So in order for them to find where exactly it is, they have to acquire certain pieces to the puzzle, which is one of the best things I like about this movie, is that you kind of get to see them put it all together and have them find this artifact. All right, so now we get the map. He's flying out of San Francisco. I believe he's headed towards Nepal to get the medallion from Mary Raverwood, played by Karen Allen. And then you have your password on the bottom in case if you die and want to continue, because the game is that difficult. So it's nice of them to actually set passwords throughout the entire game.
Let's go.
Yeah, this level is not too difficult. You're trying to get to the bar where Marion where she works and owns and bartends. Yeah, there wasn't a scene in the movie like this, but because the scene picks up where they're actually at the bar already. So I like how they actually add these other levels to the game, even though they're not necessarily scenes from the movie, but they kind of keep the action going. You know, it's kind of have an extra scene where he's trying to get there, fighting these animals and giant Sherpas. Yeah, these little I don't know what the little still things are. Those are really annoying. You can't do anything to stop them. Even if you try to jump, it just jumps higher. Yeah. Those little I don't even know what they are. Those little silver or those little shiny things I'm collecting. Those actually are like they're equivalent to the coins in Super Mario Brothers, where if you collect 100, you get an extra life. So that's all there is to it. But you're going to need those lives, so it's important to collect them. I make sure I try to get as many as possible. I got the gun finally. Yeah, that wasn't too painful. Let's see.
Let's go.
Okay, so now we're at the scene where they reach the bar where Marion is, and it looks like the bar is actually going to be catching on fire, just like in the movie. So we have to see Marion from the villain. I can't remember his name. I don't know if they ever even said his name in the movie. But he's played by Ronald Lacey, a veteran actor, actually a child actor, and he's coming up soon, but this is the scene where we have to save her because he's about to close in on her, just like in the movie, if you remember. All right, so I have to keep moving to the top of the level to avoid the fire. The fire is coming up at me. It's coming from below. In fact, there it is. Ooh, this is very difficult. Oh, damn it. Dog didn't like it either. Say hi to Gizmo. Gizmo, please stop it. No, he's not gonna listen to me. Yeah, everyone, this is Gizmo. He's I think I can't even speak because he keeps barking. Anyways, so here's the main villain. He's one of the Nazis. There's Marion up there with the medallion. And then he killed me. So we should try again. Alright, that was easier. Yeah, it's kind of funny. A couple of years ago, I went to a convention and Karen Allen was there, and I was actually gonna meet her, but the funny thing is that I got so starstruck when I saw her because of this movie, really, and she smiled, and I remember her, and she kept telling me, "It's okay, you can come over here," and I don't know, that never happened before. I was a little nervous to talk to her because I didn't know what to say or do, but she was very nice. You know, she kind of called me over. She said it was okay. So now we're in Cairo. This is like more like the street fight scene when you start to close in on Dr. Jones and Marion.
Let's go.
Oh, that was hard.
One of
He's spanking the monkey. Sorry, funny. Alright, there's the basket. I hate these guys, they're the worst. Bam. That's probably the easiest villain in all the game. And I like the fact they did that because it stays very true to the movie.
Let's go.
Sorry, my phone was ringing. It looks like I had to do that. It was like the mechanic, the airplane mechanic. The fight was a little kind of early, but because I think that happens later in the movie after they find the Ark. We haven't found the Ark yet technically, so but I guess I'm still impressed with the game, so I can't really say too much. But I would have moved it a little bit later. In fact, these levels here, there was never an action sequence in the evening hours of Cairo. I believe this is the scene when, like the guy you saw before this level started, there was an interpreter because the markings on the medallion were written in another language. So he pretty much tells him that there's a warning about not disturbing the Ark of the Covenant, and then he also explains the height of the staff, which they use for the map room scene, which I'm kind of very surprised. I don't think there's a scene in this game regarding the map room, and I'm really surprised about that. Like, I think like these levels here, these evening Cairo levels, should just be like, they shouldn't use it. Maybe use like a I would do a scene with the map room, like you're underneath the underground really. It's kind of surprising to do that. One thing that I feel the more I think about these movies nowadays, I'm just kind of happy they didn't remake the movie. I was hearing about them remaking with a different actor. Although I hear that they are going to make another sequel, but I heard this is going to be Harrison Ford's last time doing it, where I kind of wish they would just make a trilogy, just make 2 more. And I really believe they can actually make it work, even with Harrison Ford still playing the role for 2 more movies. I really think it can. I just think they need to ignore what the fans were thinking in terms of like trashing the movies and just do whatever they think is right. Because Crystal Skull sounds like I was following along with the whole process of the script writing and getting pre-production all set, and I think they kind of rushed it. I personally think it's an okay movie. I don't think it's close to the other 3, but I wouldn't say I wasted my money seeing it, but it was entertaining, and but not too much else other than that. But these 3, like I said before, I've always said that these 3 movies raise the bar so high that it's tough shoes to fill, really is.
Let's go.
But if they had to remake Raiders of the Lost Ark, I don't think they should necessarily remake it. What I think they can do is they can actually have some sort of like army villainous army, like the Nazis or something like that, and make them kind of break into the I guess the Area 51 warehouse and steal the Ark of the Covenant. I think would be a better idea than just kind of starting over. So I think that's almost like the Ark is stored away. You can always go back and get it. So maybe there was another Nazi villain who's out to seek the Ark again. goes into this warehouse and breaks it and gets it, because it's almost like in Crystal Skull, they break into the warehouse to find the alien artifacts, so or the actual alien itself. So I thought maybe why can't the Nazis come back, break into that facility and steal the Ark of the Covenant, and they can go on a wild goose chase again. I think that would be a better idea than actually remaking it, especially with a different actor. I think maybe like, I would think maybe like what they could have done for Crystal Skull is do that concept where they do the Ark of the Covenant again, and then make it seem like Indy has retired after all these years, and then he has to get back into the game because of the Ark. And then maybe they'll do 2 more movies based off of 2 more MacGuffins. If you want to do Aliens and Skulls, make that be part 5. And then if you want to do 1 more for the finale for part 6, you can do that too. And I think it, like I said, I think if it's done right, it could work. I do believe, I still have trust in all of them. And, like I said, I just hope they don't kill him, or something like that. I think he should just live on. Even like a Star Wars, it seems like they're just killing all the characters off, which is their way of telling you to let go. And I think it's better to have that person still exist in your imagination. You don't want to see them die on screen. So that's why I kind of believe that these characters shouldn't die. But again, it's not my choice here. Yeah, if they make 1 more Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford and he survives, and they make no more sequels after that, I can still kind of picture in my head or make stories up myself with him as a character. But I think if I ever saw him die on screen as Indiana Jones, it would just kill pretty much any thought of a sequel in my mind, or any idea of, even though he is very, he's gonna be too old to be playing that kind of role. But I still think he can do it. I guess I still have trust in all of them. Yeah, this is the scene where they were doing the German dig in Cairo, trying to find the Well of Souls. And in their real movie, Indy finds the map room, which tells him the exact location of the Well of the Souls. So he gets a bunch of people to dig overnight, and he finds it, and he finds the Ark. And you'll probably see after this level what happens next if you haven't seen it before, but. Yeah, so these are the guys digging in the evening hours. They have found the Well of the Souls. And they must go down to a snake-filled pit, which is somewhere out you'll never find me. So, from there he has to find the Ark, and he does find the Ark from there. I fell for it again. So many bats. Ugh. crazy thing about these movie games is that every time I play them, it makes me want to watch the movie. But this is one of those movies I've seen plenty of times. But it's always something I like to revisit every now and then. Well, that's not fair. They put 2 hearts up there. Such a tease. So if you're still watching the video at this point, we are almost at the end. So yeah, if you want to, for all the fans out there, I was curious to see what your favorite Indiana Jones movie is and why. You know, just let me know which ones you like to. You know, you can even rank them, you know, out of the 4, and let me know what you think. There's the Ark. So as you can see here now, this French archaeologist, Rene Belloc, steals the Ark from Indy. So now they trap him in the Well of the Souls, which he has to make the escape. I think the next level, you're kind of escaping from the room. It gets kind of dark in there, so you have to kind of do it in the dark. So the other thing too is that another thing I might have done differently with this game is I would actually have a desert chase scene or level where you have to chase them in the truck, and they have the Ark in there, and you have to kind of get the take control of the truck and take it away from them. think it'd be pretty awesome. It's one of the scenes that people seem to love most about this movie. I really feel like if the internet was around back in the days of Super Nintendo games, they would have actually fulfilled that wish. Like I said, I'm not complaining much about the game. It's actually a very cool game. It's an excellent tribute. Usually I'm nervous about Indiana Jones games. There's not a whole lot, but the ones I have played have, for the most part, have been great. I even like the Lego games, but I think they're all great tributes in a way. But this is actually beyond expectations for Super Nintendo. They definitely overdid it, which is great. Which is why I'm reviewing this game, or I'm playing through this game than that one. But this is, like I said, it's a lot of fun. Oh. Oh my gosh. I must be getting tired. Alright, you can get back up there. Oh. There we go. I guess I think you can hear the sound of the doors closing before it does it. That's your cue to jump. If I can actually get back up there. Ugh. Did it again. Timing's a little off, but there you go. There, I see that. Huh. All right, so we're moving closer. Let's see what we got now. So looks like we're leaving Cairo. I guess this is the Mediterranean. One of the islands in the end of the film where they open the Ark before it gets to Germany. But I guess if they opened the Ark in Germany, it could have ended World War II. I think the Nazis would all be dead. Oh, these birds are killing me. If they ever made a video game on Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. They should just take the birds from this game because they're really a pain to. They're such a pain to beat, and they just keep coming back and they drop rocks on you, and it's the worst. Oh, it's the absolute worst.
Let's go.
Yeah, I never thought I'd struggle with birds in a game as much as I do with this one. Alright. Just got one life left.
Let's go.
Actually, I got one more here. Okay. I think it's pretty sad that the birds are the hardest to kill, more than like the swordsmen or the Nazis, and they just keep coming. I wonder if I set it to easy, if there'd be less birds. Look at this. This is crazy. I can't even get over there. That's one. I can't reach him. Oh, I feel like he's gonna come as soon as I jump. Alright, that'll take care of him. Huh. Alright. So I think there's one more level after this, and then I think that'll end this chapter in the Indiana Jones series. So here we have Belloc opening the Ark. For those who remember in the film, there was some of these ghosts coming out, spirits coming to say, get away from the Ark. And this is happening here. Alright. Not bad. I had no lives left, had a little bit of life. But that's how these things normally go. I feel like the other video I did before had the same thing where I just was very close. So here we are. This is a secret government warehouse where the Ark will be kept for research, they're saying. It says that only top men will take care of it. Very nice. The end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for now. This is Kenneth Allen. We've just went through Raiders of the Lost Ark. We still have 2 more portions of the game to take care of, so please stick around for those. And for now, I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, folks.